Yeah, okay, so exam tomorrow. It's gonna go to shit, but I'm gonna do my best. As always, it's actually a fun fact, one of the most hardest grades to get a 6 on, which is the best grade here. So that will be just fun. It's a writing exam. And it's going to be in an arena. Sorry, arena, which means that it's going to be hundreds of people completely quiet in this big ass stage. Now, fine, I'm going to lose my shit in there, but I'm going to do my best as always, because that doesn't sound fun at all. Okay, looks like some from a fucking from a movie or something. But to the topic of the title, um, outside. The title is outside. The reason for that is because I think I'm smarter than I am, and I think that it sounds smarter than a lot of I can't even talk than a lot of other different kind of things. Because if you just want to learn just a little bit, and this is not me being critical to any of you and saying that you don't go outside. I think we all need to survive, but it's kind of the things where those almost things that doesn't necessarily is not normal. I've done a couple of times where I'm just sitting on a bench listening to music, reading, or just sitting there chilling, and you learn a lot. This is the thing. You learn, or I learn, a lot from just sitting there, looking at other stuff. You get a bunch of different sort of perspective, insights, or whatever you want to call it. Because when you're often on social media or alone or by very few, you don't get the whole there's a bunch of people in the world experience. And when I'm sitting at a bench, you see so many lives, problems, so many experiences, memories, values walk past you all the time, like tens, if not hundreds. If you sit there for a while, hundreds in an active street, of course. But you, a bunch of people walking by. Perhaps you overhear their conversation as they walk by, and you try to find the contrast or the difference between all the other different conversations that you hear. But it isn't necessarily that. Perhaps you see people in like when they have broken their leg and they need those things. Sorry. Or if they're in a wheelchair, or if they're walking their dog or stuff like that. If the wheelchair broken bones with bandages on, all those kind of weird topics or weird things that I just said. But you learn a lot. Like every single life is so different, and you get just a reality check. That could be me, that could be you, that could be anyone. We're built by the same sort of I don't know what you say in English, but we're built by we say carbon, which is carbon, I think. We're built by the same stuff, right? So you got a humble check, and you sort of not um, how do I say this? I got this from the book of Meditations by Marcus Aurelius. That sure, I don't think he's too agreeable with being at peace in your head. It's more about being philosophical all the time in your head and always thinking. Get your mind to think philosophically, which is the good part. but that is very helpful in the way that you sort of always kind of think about all these kind of things, stories, people, not in a negative way, of course, and not in a I'm better and I'm doing much better than that person and such and so on, but in the way that you think and you use your kind of brain, and you, yeah, it just helps just sitting outside. And I know that when I went outside just this morning, I went outside and I took a deep breath, smelled of just pure air, and then I heard a bird noise. And that I just got a, like, I got a big, like, I don't know what kind of chemical that was made in my head, brain, or whatever. But that hit like this, and it was amazing, right? And then the day is good, and you see completely blue sky with a couple of clouds everywhere here and there, and you just chef's kiss. Sure, it's not going to be all that. Not going to be that way all the time, especially not in this country. That's actually really rare. But you get you just get something else, man. And this is also what this is also like a just a example, because if you do not if you do not want to, let's say, if you do not want to talk to a lot of people, and be very social, the bench kind of thing is amazing. It doesn't necessarily need to be a bench, it could be anything else, but just being amongst other people that's going about their day. You also have to be almost or not almost, but you have to have a lot of time, or you need to have some time. That doesn't, sorry, you can do this at work, no, after work, in your break, whatever. Eat outside, it's just a you just get a bit of a more reality check, right? And it's beautiful, and it's recommended by the one and only Elias Wall from me at this time. But you get like a yeah, you just get, it's the same thing with the, if it's called the AA meeting, I'm not sure if it's that, but it's a circle where everybody's talking about their problems, have some sort of problems, and they're talking about it. It's doing quite well, and I think it's doing quite well, not in a way because I'm doing s- I'm doing so good because that guy has cancer. That guy lost his parents in an accident. I'm doing so well. I'm just shitty at school. That's amazing. Not in that way, but you get motivated by their strength, perhaps, and stuff like that, and it just works, and you get a feeling that you're not alone, and others, that sort of community, or whatever you want to call it, and you get like just better. And I think you get a better mentality and other stuff like that, and it's, yeah, it's just good enough, really. So I wouldn't necessarily, or you can do what you want, but the a meeting, that's up to you, but you can definitely do some sort of thing, and I wouldn't recommend getting these issues from and problems from social media, because it's very one-sided. You can't talk back, and that sort of thing can't talk back to you. So I recommend you get it from real people, not this sort of place. So yeah, just sit on something, a bench, whatever, and then you get actually a lot from that, and you get a bunch of, not necessarily a bunch of experience, but you get something out of it. So um, and a good amount of it. So yeah, it's definitely something that's recommended. But you can do what you like, of course. But I've gained a ton of it. I gained a ton from it, and the things that I've grown the most from are usually the kind of things that people say or isn't in the normal kind of area. So just be abnormal, man. Just in a good way, but just don't be like everyone else. And every time I'm not, I feel proud. So yeah, new stuff. But yeah, that's going to be it for today. It's going already 10 minutes. So exam tomorrow is going to be quite fun. And yeah, within a week now, like it's Monday today, so within almost a week, I'm going to have 3 exams. Not lucky with that, but going to do my best, and I'm going to focus mainly most on one to make sure that I get probably three sixes, which is the best kind of grades. 3 of those for this semester would be very ideal, at least. So yeah, we're gonna do our best there. Very, very, very excited for this one tomorrow because I haven't done this in a very long time. Sorry, I haven't done this in a very long time in the way that it's a huge writing exam with shit ton of other people in the same kind of facility. So yeah, no, and it's going to be quite early. I think I'm going to have to check that out definitely, and do all those kind of things. So just mainly prepare for today, and then I'm gonna do our best tomorrow. I mean, it's going to be probably 6 hour exam or something like that. So yeah, guys. So I hope you had a good day. Hope you will have a good day. I wish you the best as always. Have a laugh, have a smile, and be kind. And I will see you tomorrow. Probably. Let's see what kind of move I'm in. So yeah, take care. Goodbye.